talk to it like you. I've been feeling like.
Can Zeke deke again? Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
And one of my favorite players in the league is Devontae Freeman. 29 rushing touchdowns in the last 3 years. Knows how to put the ball in the end zone, can catch it out of the backfield, and plays with a passion that few players in the league can match.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And now the defense for Dallas.
Coming off a career-high 14.5 sacks in 2017, which tied for second in the NFL with DeMarcus Lawrence. How did he get to be so good in 2017? Consistency. Finally able to play pretty much a full season to show off a nice array of pass-rushing moves. He knows how to get to the quarterback.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards right off the bat in a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Fights through, and now a crease. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Well, you got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And an alley to run. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gone!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous.
Let's go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed steal.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wide open receiver complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. A give to Elliott. Space to run past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
To throw is Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So beginning of the drive, you were talking about eating some clock, really using up maybe not the time consumption they were hoping for, but they got into the end zone.
Yeah, and if you're going to really grade them strictly, they didn't do what they wanted, right? That so-called 4-minute offense and take some time off. But who cares? They put the ball in the end zone. That does not matter. They got what they needed.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that was not the long, drawn-out drive that you were talking about when it started. Anything but.
I saw this drive going a little differently in my mind, partner.
I think we both did. Unable to really move it. Ryan throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. So we have reached halftime here. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ryan now off the bootleg. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, It makes it tough to defend.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup.
And he loses the football a second time. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Watch it now, Barney.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. second down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Owens. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a group.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
He's back to throw. He's got Sanu. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Ryan to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now Ryan. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why you have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Owens. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Ryan. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Back to throw again. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, I'm two, on one day on my 3rd, I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich, made 100K on my 3rd ship, boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a